This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, welcome everyone. We're here in Sofia Park in Uman. This is traditionally, classically, where Rabbi Nachman would go to do his hispoidudus, like we said, the extemporaneous prayers. So I would like to share with you on this occasion from Likutei Maran in Ois Reish Pei Beis. Mamish, a beautiful mimer. It's kedai to know it. It's kedai to think about it. Rabbi Nachman says that a person, if they see another individual, even if they're a Rasha Gamor, you should always be dan them l'kavschos. You should always judge them favorably. So we are used to think you should judge them favorably, to have a positive attitude towards somebody else, even perhaps if they're a Rasha. Rabbi Nachman says more than that. Even if, he says, the person is a Rasha Gamor and you can't find anything redeemable, chach, something you could find. They must have done one good thing in their life, and focus on that one thing. If you could find that one point that the person is not a Rasha Gamor, not only could you be dan them l'kavschus, but you could literally be moitzi them from the category of being a Rasha and extract them and extricate them and categorize them as a tzaddik. In other words, when you zoom in on somebody, even if they have no redeemable qualities, when you're able to be moitzi, that one good thing, you're actually schlepping them out of that status of being a Rasha. So Rav Nachman teaches a pasuk in Tehillim Perek Lamed Zayin. The pasuk says, "V'oid ma'at ve'ein Rasha, v'hispainanta al makoymai ve'einenu." He says like this: "V'oid ma'at." Look for that little oid. Look for that little oid in a person. You're going to always encounter people in life, and you're going to write them off, that there's nothing good about them. There's nothing redeemable. But they definitely have that oid, that ma'at. V'oid ma'at. If you could sort of hone in on the oid ma'at, then ve'ein Rasha. They're not a Rasha anymore. The pshat is v'oid ma'at. If you could find that little nekuda, ve'ein Rasha, then v'hisvainanta al makoymai, you'll look at their place ve'inenu. They're not who they were before. When you could look at another person and see that redeemable quality, that little oid, ve'ein Rasha. They're no longer a Rasha. Not only are you dan them l'kavschus, you actually extricate them from who they are. Now Rav Nachman takes it to the next step. The same way you could look at somebody else and say, you know what, they have that little ma'at, that little oid, and remove them and elevate them. Rav Nachman says we have to apply it to ourselves as well. And that is, sometimes a person gets down and a person says, you know what, Afar ani b'chayai, taka, it's true, I have nothing. I don't daven. When was the last time I davened one Shemona Esrei without diverting my mind in one bracha? When was the last time I said one good bracha properly? When was the last time I did one mitzvah mamish properly? Like we say in the Slichos, that we do more averos than saros roshenu. That's one of the nusach. So sometimes a person looks at themselves and they say, what am I? I have nothing. So the way to get out of that matzav of atzvos and moira shechayros, as Nachman, is you have to look in yourself, v'oid ma'at, that little oid. Find, you probably did one good thing in your life. You probably did one good mitzvah in your life. At least one thing you could find in yourself that's redeemable. And then once you hone in on that one little mitzvah, ve'ein Rasha, then already you could use that to take yourself out of the status of being a Rasha. So now Rav Nachman takes it to the next step. So I want to thank my friend. I have a good friend in South Africa, Rav Jonathan Rogoff. He learned this mimer with me. Rav Nachman takes it to the next step. He says like this: what is a nigun? What is a song? What is a tune? A tune takes individual little notes and strings them together. So basically, how does a person have happiness in this world? You look at yourself. You say, you know what? 5 years ago, somebody was in need. I helped them out wholeheartedly without any ulterior motive. That's an oid. I have that oid in me. And then 4 years ago, sometimes we think we should never remember the good things we did, but we need to boost ourselves up. We need to be mechazik ourselves to continue on. So we take little oids. We take this redeeming quality that we have, and then we string it together with another oid. Music is the synthesis of the various oids in our life. Says Rav Nachman, Ashir al Hashem b'chayai, I sing to you with my life. Azamra leiloikai bi'oidi. I could make music with my oids, with all the various oids that I have. That's the music of my life. Ashir al Hashem b'chayai, azamra leiloikai bi'oidi. So Rav Nachman taught us to have this positive outlook towards other people, to have the positive outlook towards ourselves, and in that way we could be in a state of of simcha. You know, it's interesting. Everybody thinks mitzvah gedola aliyos b'simcha tamid. By the way, not everybody agrees with that. That was the Breslov Mahalach. In the Olam HaYeshivas, it's ivdu es Hashem b'sim. When you do avodas Hashem b'simcha, it's not a mitzvah inherently to be b'simcha. It's machlokes. But everybody agrees to have a positive outlook is the proper frame of mind as a hechsher mitzvah l'chol ha'pachos. We all know that the biggest mania to avodas Hashem is when a person is down. So when we have that healthy outlook toward ourselves and to other yidden, we're able Shiur al Hashem mechayai azamra le'lekai be'oidi.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.